I'm a 3D artist and game developer, and you're here to see the last game dev episode before I publish my game on Steam. This game has a lot of improvements since the last version, so it's a car game, and I'm gonna do the tour of all the new options we do have in this game, and I will talk a little bit about what's coming for the next month. So directly into it, we now have a chrono buttons. So it's for all your best scores on this game with each car on each map. That will make some things that we can track for multiplayer best scores, for example, or worldwide scores. We do have new options, so we still have the option to change your keyboards and controller settings, but that was already in the game. But we now have graphic options for the low-end PC. You can turn that up, turn that down. At default is that I prefer putting a max FPS and vertical synchronization, but I do like to put everything at 2 and not 3 because 3 is a lot. I mean 4 it's if you have a godly computer, 3 it can run on good computers, and 0 is for low-end PC. I will not say low-end because low-end cannot run that game very well, but still. We now have vibrations intensity, so it's for you will see in the game at each gear change and everything you have vibrations, so that's very neat. You can change your car. Pay attention, now we have an XP system, so depending on the XP you have, you will have a different level and you will unlock or not new cars. So for new players and for the demo version, you'll only have this one. So it's the Hyundai, and also you can now turn around the car. I will publish this game on demo version because it's better for your sales apparently, and then you publish it on the true version. So on the demo version, you'll only have this car, and you'll unlock the other ones when you'll buy the game, obviously. So the demo version will last some month before, I think like 1 or 2 months, the time to accumulate new players. We have new AIs on each map. We do not have the houses. I've deleted them. It was taking too much space on the disk. You can run against AIs. You can also move around your camera while driving. It's way better to just see which AI is behind you. Pay attention, for now the AIs are just all gods. I mean, you're never gonna be first one if you drive badly or if you don't really know the game. Even me, I'm the one who coded the AIs and who coded everything in that game. I struggle to get first. So, I mean, if you're good at race games, you're gonna be first. Obviously, it's not impossible, but it's really hard. All the AIs are the same cars as yours, so it's very good. You can do a race against anyone with any car. I mean, if you were with the Hyundai against the F1, it was very difficult when I first implemented this AI, but now you can race against any car. So I'm just gonna show you with the Hyundai because you're not gonna have access to all the cars at the demo version, so I wouldn't show you what you wouldn't have. You now have an indicator on the top of the screen that shows you where to turn, what's the best way, and how to get first. It shows you just where to turn, but also the color shows you if you need to brake or not. I mean, with your Hyundai, you shouldn't have this turning other than green or a little bit yellow. Yellow is if you need to stop accelerating, but sometimes it shows yellow, and if you're a good driver, you can still accelerate. So I might change that, change settings, make a tab where you can change and put your own settings if you want this to turn yellow very early or very late, so you know really when to slow down. Yeah, I will also, but if you want to see the turns way in advance, or you want it to show the optimal way. So just for example, right here it shows me approximately the optimal way, but if I follow it really closely, I will cut the turns, and that's not allowed. Like here, I'm following it very closely. It's the best and most optimal way, but here I'm following it closely and I'm cutting the turn, so it's not allowed. I might change that. I might allow you to change that at least. You have the position on the top right corner. As you can see, I finished 5th, and we have my finish time and the local time on the bottom. Let's make a new race. I do like the desert one because it's really great to test the AIs. I made this one to test their behavior when they hit a wall, and God, it works really well. I also coded back all the AIs. Now they try to avoid you, and they avoid you more and more as they go faster. So they have a limited range, but at least they try to avoid you. Of course, you still have the inside view with the steering wheel turning, and we still have the opening roof, but I might not do that right now if I want to get first, because I will need to drive a little bit better to get first at that race, because as I said, AIs are now really good. I might implement still for the demo version the cursor to allow you to put AIs a little bit easier to fight, but that's it. I mean, I've seen that for Steam, first you need to pay $100, but that's not a great problem. The problem is they will take 1 month to publish your game, so I can do with, but also you need to publish a demo version beforehand so that Steam users can just test your game, put them on wishlist, and you need to wait for at least 1000 wishlists, I think, to have this on the main page. So I will never wait that long, but the demo version will stay for a couple of months, I think, at least until July or August maybe, and then I'll publish the final version, not the final, the beta version. I don't know, the one who gets me money, I mean. And after I will continue publishing new updates, like new maps, new cars, new system about the XP maybe, a new car that you will be able to modify entirely piece by piece, so that will be a very good thing. You will be able to make your own car with pieces I made, of course, and to show that to other players, because yes, I plan to add multiplayer as well. I plan to add a first person player character that you can use in between races, to just switch cars, switch things, and etc. To visit a museum containing all my biggest milestones in 3D, all the best things I've made, etc. to use as a CV, for example. And what else will I add? I mean, that's already a lot. I do have a lot of things to do, but I want to focus on details on the map too, because I now have just the maps are great to play, but they're not really beautiful. Oh shit, I tried to make like we call in French, a queue de poisson to the AI, just going in front and making a bad move to force it to break, but it didn't work. I honestly just hit the wall. I think I won't be able to finish first on that one. That's sad, I won't be able to show you what it's like to be first, but never mind. Sometimes I'm happy or I'm not, while thinking that I'm not even first at my own game. It's like you're proud because you made good AIs that drives well and that just win against you, but you're also sad because it's your own game and you're not even able to get first. I mean, that's strange. And also we now have new musics in the menu, so that's not as empty as before, but I might change that in the future because transitions are a little bit rough. I will try to at least go in past of him, but get past him. I mean, that's no longer useful, because right now I can't get first. He will still try to follow me as well, but okay, do not look behind while running and while others are driving, and as you can see, all the AIs were just really fucking close behind me, so there's a lot of AIs right now. You can still drive after finishing the race, but that's not useful because you're not just chronometered. I don't know if I can say that, but you don't have any time objective and place objective. It's just for you to practice a bit. I have led that. I don't know. Tell me in comments if you prefer me to add an AI that drives automatically your car so you can move around, but your car is driving alone, so you can just see the landscape. I mean, but for now I'm letting that functionality of driving when you are done with the race. So new players can, even if they finish last, they can try to get used to the circuit, do some turns, and practice a bit. Just I want to show you not an entire race on that one because it's the same circuit, just not the same landscape. But what happens when you go off? Like if you go really far off, it will detect and it will say wrong direction, so you need to follow the arrow to get back on track, and that will allow you to take back the race. Or if you're lazy like me, you can also press a button that will automatically put you back on track. Like it's so practical, and it also puts you back in the good way. For example, if I do that, say it's wrong direction, and here I'm pointing at the right direction, the button right here for me is put on reset car, so get an impact special right, but of course you can put that at whatever button you like. For example, we do have backspace on my computer, but I can put asterisk. I mean, it's your choice, you put what you want. I do like to use OKLM for the buttons in here. It's very practical to use, and you can also use the reset button to put back the normal value if you just fucked up all the buttons. Never mind, let's get back to this functionality to show you that it's the main reason why I added that. It's not if you mess up the direction, because it obviously do not happen a lot, but it's if you cheat like that. For example, I'm cheating a bit and then I come back, it will not take back my percentage. It will stay at the 5%, and there, if I do not want to go back manually there using the arrow, I can just use the button and use it twice to get in the right direction, because when you go very far it will just place you back to the position but not to the angle, so you will need to press that twice to reset you in the right direction. That being said, you can see that you can also cheat a little bit. It has a little margin of error. I will try to get just to the point where it detects but do allow you to get back on track. I mean, sometimes you and yourself get in problem without even the thing telling you. So here I can get back. That's a problem, but that's to do with a margin of errors I put. It's for players to just use the track and not being annoyed each time they put one wheel at the outside. So I think I will let that, because new players won't have to have any problems going a little bit on the outside, but I might remove it afterwards, make something that as soon as you leave the thing you're not allowed to get back, but I think it's a little bit compromising. I will prefer making something that detects how much time you spend on the outside and just strikes it, or make a big malus on that, a big time malus. And if you're playing for world records, I mean for the best scores of all the people who play to that game, it will just take you off. It will act as an anti-cheat, detect you've spent more than 2 or 3 seconds on the outside of the race, and it will just erase your score. You do have some music in the inside of the car. I think if I put the volume more and just put the engine volume down, you will hear it. So we hear the music in here, and we hear it a little bit less on the outside. We now have volumetric volume, so that's really nice. You can also open the roof so everyone hears your music, and you can drive looking at the opposite direction. That will do it for the game review, the last game dev episode before I publish my game on Steam. Stay tuned, I will put a link and I will make a video when I'll put my game on Steam. It will be very early, I mean in the next following months. Thank you for following my game dev adventure, and let's see you in the next episode.